Y'all, we finished week 1 of the 75 soft challenge, and when I tell you, I never expected it. I never expected it. So, welcome to Hype Man Chronicles. This is week 4 of our lessons of the week, and y'all, when I tell you, okay, let me start from here. I have a quote that I read on Instagram, and it says, "It's scary because it's scary because it's unfamiliar, not because you're incapable. Being nervous is part of the process. Give yourself grace as you grow." And when I tell you, this quote literally summed up my week, I realized the biggest reason I was scared, I did so much research before I did the 75 star challenge. The reason why I was so scared was because I didn't think I was capable of doing it. And actually, I told myself I wasn't going to do the 75 hard because I didn't want to set myself up for failure. So I decided to do the 75 soft challenge. And now in retrospect, I'm realizing I actually have the capacity and the capability to do 75 hard, but I've committed to 75 soft, so I'm cool with that. I'm going to take baby steps. But I had the capacity in me this whole time, but I had so much self-doubt that I didn't even give myself the chance to try something. I mean, I gave myself the chance to try, but I tried in like a small way when I knew I had the capacity to try in a really big way. It's showed me a lot of areas in my life where I don't fully put myself out there. And actually, I was observing and just taking account of all the businesses I've had being here in Canada. I've had a hair shop, I've had a clothing brand, I've had a marketing firm, I've had a design firm, I've had like a branding agency. I've done a few little bits and bobs here. I've done catering, I've done events, I've done a lot of like little bits and bobs here and there. And all of those businesses haven't failed because they weren't making money or they weren't customers. They were always customers. They were always like surplus of customers. But I always, firstly, lowballed myself. And then secondly, had so much self-doubt that I didn't even think I'd be capable. So somebody would offer me like a big gig and then I would refuse to do it because I didn't think I had the capacity to do it. I was essentially just disqualifying myself before anybody else disqualified me. And I realized this week that that's an area that I still need to look at. I think I'm very comfortable with challenging myself, but even when I know my own capability is bigger, I still it's almost like I'm preparing myself for failure. And I don't know why I've kind of mustered up this idea that we fail. And even though I think I'm comfortable with the idea of failing, even with saying that, I don't like this like comfortability I have around failure. I think yesterday I was really unwell and I didn't want to do the exercise for the day, and I'd kind of just told myself, hey, we tried our best, let's just fail and start all over again. And I was like, why are you so comfortable with being like with failing when you know you have the capacity to just try? Do 15 minutes at a time, do 10 minutes at a time, do 20 minutes at a time. You don't have to do a full like cardio workout. Do something that your body can work with. And I realized there's so many areas in my life where I'm so comfortable with failing that I'm almost self-sabotaging, so that I like assure myself that like, oh, it's normal, I'm failing. Oh, it's okay, I'm failing. And I don't want to live my life like that. Yes, there are going to be instances where I do fail. There are going to be times where things happen that I'm not anticipating happen, and they happen. But I don't want to continue to kind of reinforce this idea for myself that we fail all the time. No. Sometimes you don't have to fail. Sometimes you don't have to learn the lesson by failing. Sometimes you can learn the lesson by progressing. And that's where I want to be. I'm so comfortable with failing. I think that I'm almost going into default for failing. Like, I've gotten very comfortable with just being like, I tried. We're okay. We did our best. No, no, no. There's some areas of my life where I actually just need to grab my life by the rails and keep pushing. And I think I need to just have that zest for life. I think one of these last few days of check-ins, I was talking about how I've decided that I'm no longer just trying to survive, and I want to learn how to live again. And I'm realizing that that's so important. A part of why I think I've gotten so comfortable with failing is because in my mind I'm just living in survival. So if I can just get to the next day, like even if we fail today, I just need to get tomorrow. I just need to get to tomorrow. But no, that's not the mindset I'm going in. I want to live again. I want to remember what it feels like to have dreams and aspirations and a future, and think about plans for the future. I refuse to believe that life just ends here. No, I want to think forward. I want to be thinking ahead and preparing ahead and having savings and investment plans and things like that, because I'm here to live. I'm not just here to survive. And this challenge, the last few weeks of just recording and putting myself out here, even for myself, has just reminded me that even when I'm afraid and I don't think I have the capacity, I have the capacity. And if I do it afraid, like I did last year, I can show myself every day that I can. Not by my own strength, not by my own might, but because I have God on my side, one. I have a family on my side, two. I have friends who got my back, three. And I got me. Most importantly, I got me. I got me. I can always, I got me. So I think I just need to get back there. It's been really great. I'm hoping that this audio is recording the way that it needs to record, because I've tried recording this video so many times. We're having some technical difficulties with our mics. So give us a little bit of grace, y'all. But we are almost done with, today is day 11. Ooh, chat, today is day 11. I think today's day 10 or 11. I think day 10 of the challenge. I'm almost done with my water. I've had 2 meals. I had breakfast and I had lunch. And gonna get my exercise in at later on in the day. It's a little bit chilly out and I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather. So I'm just gonna chill in the house for a little bit. And then when I think there's less people outside, I'm gonna go and not run today. I'm probably gonna do a very brisk stroll / walk, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm learning a lot about myself. The things that I thought were gonna be easy were really hard, like drinking water, and the things that I thought would be really hard, like eating regularly, I think I'm learning that as long as I have systems in place, it's actually easier than I had kind of built it up in my head to be. So I'm really proud of myself. It's also showing me that I have a lot more free time than I realized. And because my day now actually has structure, I have a lot of free time to do the things that I've been saying I want to do, like repainting my apartment and coming up with new designs for my apartment and different business ideas and content ideas. And even just the ability to record every day has been something I didn't even know I could do. So I'm really proud of myself. And this week I learned that I might be nervous, I might be scared, but it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of doing it. And I should do it anyways, because it's in me. I can do it. And if I have the desire to do it, what's the worst thing that can happen? Let's try it. I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you next week for week 5 of Hatman Chronicles. I love you. I appreciate you. I have been your host, Miss Fuzzo in the building. Goodbye. I will see you next week.